Wildcats win it. Arizona is Pac-12 tournament champions. 2 trophies now for the McHale Center case. And it's on to the NCAA tournament with a 30th win for the Arizona basketball team, and they will celebrate at midcourt, and why not?
Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A debit card, voted Best Bank Credit Union and Best Debit Card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
NCAA tournament Thursday in Salt Lake City, and you will be able to follow that both on television and radio. We're with the Pac-12 Coach of the Year, Sean Miller. Coach, congratulations on the NCAA tournament. You knew you were going to be in, but what's that feeling like? Does it ever get old when Arizona comes up on the screen?
It doesn't, Brian. And, I feel like I say this every year that we're in the tournament, but, it's not – the NCAA tournament isn't what it once was a decade ago or even 20 years ago, where you really had the constants, because every season you're reminded that there's a constant that this year didn't even make the tournament. It's just it's not as easy. I don't want to say it's not as easy as it once was, but there are so many good teams out there, and there's a lot of teams capable of advancing, and now we enter that fray, but we're really excited. It never gets old, and it's so much now about playing with great enthusiasm and energy, and having fun and trying to play the best that you can. And really, that's what we just did in Las Vegas.
Now, speaking of beating good teams, the committee made it very clear that the Wildcats' performance in Las Vegas really improved their standing in terms of the seeding. I mean, you beat a Colorado team that was hot. You beat a UCLA team that had won 10 straight. You beat an Oregon team that had won 8 in a row. I'll make the argument that might have been one of the best Pac-12 tournament runs that any team could ask for. Just talk about your team's performance over those 3 games.
Well, going to Las Vegas, we had the same mindset as that we just shared. I just shared with you, moving now towards Salt Lake City as part of the NCAA tournament, and that is, you can only control so much. And when you start watching the television and start predicting or pulling against the team, like, I hope they don't win and we'd rather play this, it's almost as if it takes away from really who you are, and all of a sudden you bow out. For us, I think the way we advance and what we did a great job of in Las Vegas is we were the best version of Arizona we could be. We like to talk about, do the things that we do. Make sure that we bring them to the table, and we did. We out-rebounded all 3 of our opponents. We did a really good job defending the 3-point shot. That's going to be big next week as well. And we took care of the basketball. Against Oregon, we had a few unforced, but they're a tough team. When they press and they start moving around, 14 turnovers against them, I can make the case we did a pretty good job when we needed to. If you think about the ending of that game, we were really, really up against it, and we broke their pressure, which led to free throws and a couple made baskets. So we brought our strengths to the table, and we have to do that now.
When you are on the go, you need your credit union to be right there with you. Hughes Federal Credit Union makes your life easier, offering tools to organize your finances and keep your payments up to date and you on track for your future. You also want a financial institution you can trust and cares about the things you do. For 60 years, Hughes has called Southern Arizona home and has given back to our community, investing in the causes that make our area a better place to live. Isn't that who you want as your financial partner?
Wildcat Basketball Weekly continues, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Show your Wildcat spirit with a U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
Did your team exceed one strength, and that was averaging 87 points over those 3 games?
We did, but you know this because of how close you are to our team. We really haven't had Alonzo and Lowry playing their best offensively in the same game for some time. They've each taken turns, but the thought was always that you had an incredible 1-2 punch, and then a lot of others that can score on given nights, and that's emerged. And when you have 2 players, one on the perimeter, one Lowry, who can go both inside and outside, now they can sometimes create other scoring opportunities for the 3 players that are on the court with them. And we've been the most efficient, and we've scored the most points really since the season began over the last 2 weeks.
As you move forward to the first round game on Thursday, and you'll break down that opponent later with your team in detail, but is there maybe one defining theme that you talk to your players about this week, no matter who you're going to see on Thursday?
It's rebounding. Who has more rebounds, the team we're playing or us? Sometimes that will be reflected in us getting a lot of second shots. And, a lot of times it's going to be reflected on us not allowing them to get second shots. When we can get stops, which leads to transition, that makes us the best offensive team we can be. And, if we're taking care of the basketball, Brian, and efficient, and then we add to that by getting some of our missed shots back, that's when I think we're at our best.
All right, Wildcats and the North Dakota Fighting Hawks on Thursday in Salt Lake City.
Thank you for watching Wildcat Basketball Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the free U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.